Hello everyone. This channel is all about showing how I make money selling cash secured puts as well as covered calls, mostly on the leveraged products. Speaking of leveraged products, I realized that I have to be very careful with some of the leveraged products. My top favorite leveraged products are still good. I already called out in my introductory video and in many other videos that my favorite leveraged products are NVDL, BitX, TSLL, TNA and SOXL. I still love all these leveraged products, and the companies running these leveraged products are doing really pretty good job. I recently entered into this MSTX leveraged product. Ever since my portfolio got messed up so badly, I already called out in my previous video that MSTX is eating a lot of my profits. It didn't kill my initial capital investment, but it is definitely already ate a lot of my profits, and I'm not sure if it is still going to eat any of my further profits. But today my concern is not about losing the stock value and it is eating my profits. The stock value will go up and down, that is pretty common. We can do a little bit of prediction, but things will definitely go against our prediction. So I'm not really worried about the stock value going down, but I'm really concerned about the corporate actions. I have been selling cash secured puts and covered calls on many of the leverage products for many years. But recently I learned that there could be some corporate actions that could screw up the option contracts very badly. And some companies do very bad job. And this Tidal Trust is definitely one of the companies that are doing really bad job in adjusting the contracts. One of the corporate actions they did in recent days is distributing the dividend. I didn't understand why they distributed the dividend, cutting the stock price. That is first thing. And moreover, all that happened while the stock is going down, not going up. If the stock is going up and they distribute some dividends by cutting the stock price, that is totally fine. But when the stock price was going down, it was going down from 117 all the way to 30, 35 at some point. And exactly at this time, on December 31st, they distributed $14 of dividend, cutting the stock price from 56 to somewhere like $40 or so. So I didn't capture the exact numbers, but they did the dividend distribution by cutting the stock price, and they didn't add any clarity on the contract adjustments. That was the biggest issue I have been facing. Right now, I don't have any contracts on MSTR in this account, so I cannot really show what I'm talking. So I'm switching to my other account where I can show and talk about the problem I'm facing. Here is my other account. I just filtered the history to all the corporate actions. Now look at this. First, let me start with the TSLL. TSLL also did very similar action. They distributed 30 cents of dividends and that cut the stock price. But all the actions are very clear. Look at the stock prices. It clearly said, okay, the dividend distributed and all these option contracts affected, and this is the effect basically. $19 turned to 18.7, so that is basically 30 cents cut from the strike price. So this is very well clear. Even if I want to roll some positions, it was very easy. I know exactly what I'm rolling and what are the strike prices I am picking. Everything was clear here. Now let me show you what MSTX did. So they distributed a cash dividend that affected all my positions. Now, affected how? There is no clarity here. This is the worst job they did. And here is another example, NVDX. NVDX also did a similar corporate action, and one of my options contract affected. But how? What is the exact effect? There's no clarity. They even changed the symbol from NVDX to NVDX1. MSTX also did same thing. They changed all my contracts from MSTX to MSTX1. I will show you that in a second. But this is the problem I am seeing with MSTX and NVDX. These are from two different companies. This is Tidal and this is T-Rex. So these two companies did very bad job in terms of giving clarity on what kind of effect my contracts had. I wish both these MSTX and NVDX brought the same clarity as TSLL, how exactly my strike prices are affected, whether I can roll it or not. I can do all those decisions. And this is not only lack of clarity. The biggest problem is I cannot even roll these positions. Now let me switch to my positions and show you what exactly I mean. So here is the MSTX in my other account. I have 200 shares. I also have 3 contracts that are expiring today, but they are not even showing up here. But if I look at all my option contracts, we can see here there is MSTX1 65 put, MSTX1 85 put, and I have MSTX calls as well. See here MSTX 86.5 calls. Now the biggest problem is if I want to roll this MSTX 85 contract, I bought this contract with the assumption that in the worst case I can roll this contract. But now with this corporate action, if I want to roll this contract, I can't. So see here MSTX1, and if I want to roll this, so these are the options expiring this week. So if I go here, there is nothing. There are no contracts because this MSTX1 is useless now. Same issue with $65 contract as well. If I go here and if I want to roll this position, I can't roll it because I don't see any contracts. Everything I see here are the contracts that are expiring today, 0 days, and that's it. There is no option. So the only option and the worst option I have if I don't want to get this stock assigned to me or just buy these contracts back with whatever the loss we can take. For example, if I want to buy this cash secured put back, I need to pay $375. Then I can sell another contract, which is nothing but a roll. Even in the roll situation, that's exactly what we are doing. We are buying back the current contract and selling another contract on top of it, probably matching the premiums. So that's the only worst option I have if I really want to roll this position and I don't want to get these stocks assigned to me. Of course, the future options are still available on MSTX. They were not available for a day or two, but they are back. If we go to MSTX options, we can see here Jan 10th, there are options available. Jan 10th, 17th, like all the weekly options, monthly options, everything is available now. And these are all adjusted options. So that is the worst situation with some of the leveraged products owned by some of the companies like Tidal Trust 2 and T-Rex. But the other leveraged products owned by other companies are doing fine. This TSLL owned by Direction, NVDL by Granite Shares. So all these companies and all these leveraged products did pretty good job in terms of giving clarity and letting us roll the contracts if we want to. But Tidal Trust owning MSTX is definitely did very bad job and put me in very difficult situation. Anyway, be very careful with some of these companies. I didn't know this kind of corporate action can be taken and put us in trouble until I experienced this situation. Anyway, whatever happened already happened. But going forward, I'm not going to touch these kind of leverage products again, especially from Tidal Trust and T-Rex. All right, that is all I wanted to share with you. See you in the next video.